and all the projects need to be good. So this is where I come in.
Hi, it's Spade from Storyteller Therapy. This is the podcast where I give the practical, emotional, and mental support for storytellers working in careers or working on careers in film and television. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Comment below your thoughts or questions about the content. This podcast is also available on Apple iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. All right, let's get started.
I'm Spade Robinson, and this is Storyteller Therapy. Hello. I am so happy that you're here. First of all, I'm happy that you're here because clearly you want to invest more in your storytelling skill set, your wheelhouse, whatever it is that you have going on. You have not gotten to the point where you're just like, actually, I know everything and I'm a genius and I don't need to learn anything more, which is great, which is where you should be for the rest of your life and where I want to be for the rest of my life. So welcome. This is Storyteller Therapy. My name is Spade Robinson. I'm a filmmaker, actress, comedian, mostly in that order because directing is what is most important to me right now. But of course that changes. And this podcast is for people who create stories. That's you, I think. This is the first episode. Yay! This is the first episode. I've been thinking about and wanting to do this for a very long time. So I'm glad that we're meeting here. This first episode is just an introduction. So there are no tips and tricks and filmmaker interviews in this particular episode. It's just set aside to tell you who I am and what this is so that you know going into the next episode and we won't have to talk about it again. Again, my name is Spade. My first name is Valissa. People call me that too, even though I mostly go by Spade, but I'm not about to tell my mama that she can't call me Valissa. So my family and my really close friends still call me that, and that is good. I am, like I said, a filmmaker, but the reason why we're having this conversation is because most of my career has been spent in the funding and curation space, which means it was my job for a very long time to help the company I work for, Sundance Institute, decide which films, mostly documentaries, that we were going to fund and why, and help the filmmakers that we've already funded get to the most compelling version of their story. For the fiction side, I read for the feature film program and worked with the film festival to help them decide which documentaries they were going to take in, as well as other nonprofits such as Women in Film, and then for-profits such as Fox Studios, HBO, Blacklist, places like that, that all essentially either support or buy work from artists, and all the projects need to be good. So this is where I come in, is helping these companies decide which artists they're going to work with. Out of that work, I created a consulting firm called Story Consulting Services, which you can find out all the information about at www.storyconsultingservices.com. I created that because I was watching a ton of cuts, reading a ton of scripts for my friends. This company is designed to help people get to the most compelling version of their story and quickly, because we do not have to reinvent the wheel here. That is what my company does, sort of in a nutshell, but we do it in a variety of different ways. So I work one-on-one with screenwriters, or my consultants work one-on-one with screenwriters and documentary filmmakers, as well as companies that support artists or buy art or have projects that they need to get to the most compelling version of. So that is what we do. Again, you can find out more about that at the website. And you can also download our electronic workbooks that are designed to help you get from point A to point B by taking you through a very rigorous, very intense process to make your story better. Or if you're starting from scratch, make your story good to begin with. So you can find out about all of those things in the same place, www.storyconsultingservices.com. So back to what this podcast is for. This podcast is designed to help you pick up some of that story and filmmaking language that you need to communicate what story you're telling or how it is that you want to tell it, and or give you the tools, tips, tricks, strategies, etc., to get to the most compelling version of the story you're either about to write or you have written or that you need to rewrite, or in terms of your cut, how that goes with your documentary film or your whatever else you're working on. So there will be a entire breadth of different things to help you do that, including interviews from filmmakers, strategy, tips and tricks from me, what you should be watching it and why you should be watching it, case studies on films that are out now so you can understand why this film is so profound. Like, what exactly did the filmmakers do that made this so much better than the other film that's almost exactly like it? And stuff like that. So stay tuned. Episodes will come out each and every Thursday. I'll also be having Q&A. So if you have a question you want answered on this podcast so the entire whole world can get the information that you're about to get and everybody can learn all together, you can send us a question via our Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com// or whichever / it is. And that is all I have for today. So in the meantime, happy storytelling, and I'm wishing you the best. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Storyteller Therapy and Investing in You. Comment your thoughts or questions down below. Learn more about our labs, services, and support at atlantafilmproject.com. Stick around for the next episode. See you in a few minutes.